Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. We're still troubleshooting our audio. This is Brief 82. I have a thing for retro phones because they're so ergonomic. This may be beautiful and futuristic, but this is classically beautiful and so comfortable to use. ThinkGeek has a new handset that looks like this, but they cut the cord and replaced it with Bluetooth. Its battery charges through USB, and like most of everything Bluetooth, the range is about 30 feet. I just love the idea of people walking down the street using phones like this. They're $40. I just wish I could get one in matte white. Crunch Gear coined the term music phones to describe multimedia phones that play MP3s. Any device that plays MP3s gets compared with the iPod, and that makes everybody in the iPod economy start thinking about how we can capitalize on whatever trend might be in the queue. The speaker dock is the first of what I predict to be a billion or three docks for phones that play music. It'll work with Nokia, Motorola, Samsung, and Sony Ericsson phones. They also thought of the obvious and included speakerphone functionality. Digital photo frames are starting to get interesting. Digital Spectrum's memory frame has Wi-Fi built in. It'll display content from an RSS feed and play MP3 and WMA audio. Of course, it displays pictures, and when I hear Wi-Fi plus RSS plus pictures, I think, photocasting! If you can get the grandparents hooked up to Wi-Fi, what? You're laughing at me.
It's okay.
Okay. So what I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, is that if you can get grandparents hooked up to Wi-Fi, this frame could connect them to your Flickr feed, and that, my friends, is one life-enhancing use of technology.
Photocasting.
Photocasting! In Chicago, every year there's a gigantic food festival called Taste of Chicago. At the Taste, you can get just about every food you can imagine on a stick. IBM is now offering Lotus Notes the same way. Notes on a stick. You can't eat it, but if your company uses Lotus Notes, Notes on a Stick gives you the ability to connect to your at-work environment from a Windows PC just by plugging in a USB storage device like this or this, and perhaps even better, work in your Notes environment when you're disconnected, say for instance, on a plane. I can't say the words on a plane anymore without thinking of snakes. If you're looking for splendid flavor blends at your local grocery, check the coffee aisle, not the sweetener aisle. Now, I'm off to the great state fair, Texas, where we're going to enjoy some fried green tomatoes. Oh, but I wanted to give you a quick Google Geek Brief tip I learned from Robert Scoble. Say we get closer to Christmas and you're thinking about what to get the grandparents. You remember that photo frame with Wi-Fi I talked about? When was that? What was it called? Where can I get it? Google Geek Brief TV plus digital photo frame and you should get a top result with a link to this particular episode's show notes. Pretty handy, huh? I'm Callie Lewis. My audio is overmodulated and we're working on it. I can't do my job because all I have in my head is, my name's Jeff and this is my day job. And it's over and over and over in my head and I'm gonna go crazy. I just got an email from a professor of computer science at Shippensburg University, and her students, I guess women don't stay in computer science, they lose them, they don't retain them. And so her students decided to figure out why, and it said they found a bunch of stuff that said boys like computer science or go into it because they like to play with the toys, and girls don't see the connection between computer science and life. Mm-hmm. So they decided to do a podcast to connect computer science to real life examples. The first one is about runtime analysis in the context of searching MySpace. WMA, I'm trying to say WNBC.
Another Pod Show video podcast. Stick it on your screen.